TU was able to pull back, get the reinforcements. Jason was able to find a few picks on the tracer at the beginning of that, and they were able to stabilize. But going back, I would agree, but I feel like Messiah is making a little bit too many mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes, but consequence of them. And TU is just capitalizing onto them. As you see, remember Messiah with the Malga tried to jump onto TU with the trick play that they did 3 times in a row. Like fool him once, fool me twice. Shame on us. But if you're gonna do it 3 times, I know it's coming.
Yeah. And you just can't
expect. Call a break for a second.
Sorry?
Can you just call a short break for a second?
TU's calling a short break for a minute.
Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we, my name is Dino. You may remember me from the last stream, and today I have with me.
Hi, I'm T-Shop.
T-Shop is a former Overwatch varsity player. You've been with us for about 2 years, right?
Yep.
Or played for us 2 years. He's been one of those who's been in moments like these in the Grandfinals. You were able to pick up a finals win with us, right?
Yes, last semester.
Oh yeah, last semester. Okay, you were able to pick up one, but you know how it is to come so close to the very end, but you fumbled the bag a little bit when you're alongside me. Multiple years in a row, TU has been able to reach all the way to the grand finals, possibly 1 or 2 maps from winning, and then the reverse sweep starts happening. But today, Fallen promised me there will be no reverse sweep. That's not going to happen today.
So that we get to stream more.
But
Yeah, we've had a long streak of reverse sweeps, unfortunately, in finals that was broken last semester finally, but we're hoping to not repeat any history today. Just a clean 3-0 would be nice.
indeed, and right now TU is up 2-0 in the NACE Grandfinals of a best-of-5 series. That means TU just needs to win one map, and which could be Sarasa right now.
We're going into Saravasa. Ooh, is that what game mode is that called again? Push?
Flashpoint,
No, Flashpoint. Thank
flashpoint,
you.
flashpoint. Yeah, you got to flash to the point. You know,
We
yeah,
hate Flashpoint
you got
here.
you got you got to become Flash. Get to the point as fast as possible.
I would be extremely surprised if we saw anything other than JQ here. Nep has historically loved playing JQ on Saravasa. A lot of
Indeed.
really good spots to like take engages and good corners to hold, especially first point.
Yeah, if you're just joining with us as well, TU has been more on the dominant side coming into the series. They were able to win the first map 2-0. They were able to not fully hold, but hold Messiah University from capping all 3 points, while TU did cap their own 3 points on the King's Row. So TU is looking to finish off right here. Let's make sure you don't give Messiah University any life, because it just takes one win from another team to regain confidence once again. And if that starts happening, anything can happen. So, right when TU has the momentum, slam the door, Messiah, claim the trophy if there is going to be one, and get these guys an esports jersey as well.
Absolutely. And we see Wim here on Venture. I don't think he'll actually get to play it, but we're already
We have pause.
Ooh,
Oh, we have to
restart.
restart. Guff,
That's game.
in a host moment.
Well,
Okay. I don't know what was that there, but it seems like they wanted to run it back. Possibly because I have to take a guess. Someone picked the wrong
the
role
wrong roll.
and troll.
There was a
That's my
good
guess.
chance. Well, it wasn't Wim. I know that. But I'm not gonna put it past Spyro.
I don't know if it's on Messiah University's side or our
Oh,
side,
Spyro.
but
I'm just gonna
unless
claim it was
it was
Spyro.
unless it was an NA host moment, someone picked the wrong role. And I know the funnies happen sometimes when you're about to win, or the funnies happen sometimes when you're about to lose as well. But we've seen Messiah play this Malga comp pretty solid. They try to go very fast, while TU is looking for good positioning and methodically trying to pick out who they want to kill first. So it's kind of brute force versus strategy, in my opinion.
Something to really keep an eye on is as the Malga comps kind of sometimes ball up around the Malga Reaper, these axes from Neb are probably going to get a lot of value. We're coming out of Genji early on, but gets picked off by the Reaper and Echo.
Yeah, Jason gets focused down early. He was the star of the show in Savrasa last semifinals, but to see if TU can do it without their star player. And there's going to be 2 down as Neb falls. And it looks like Messiah is just going to win the first fight.
Yeah, it's very difficult to take fights like that whenever you're already a DPS down, especially against the Malga comp. They have such a good potential to kind of gain a small advantage and then keep rolling with it, really applying.
Yeah, and some swaps going to come out. Jason's going to be onto the signature Ash, where he was hitting a lot of hit shots last game, and Loftus going back to the signature May that he always plays.
Wall off on the Reaper, forces out Reaper Wraith. He's not going to have that. They're probably going to take an engage relatively quickly as Neb's leading the charge in. We need to make the swing past that corner if possible.
Was that Windfall?
Pressure on the Malga forces out the Brig Rally. Good dynamite from Jason.
a bunch of ults coming both sides, but TU right now is just playing a little back
It's
as
a
they're
good
low on ults.
wall off on the Echo, forces out.
But the Echo overextends a little bit. He might get picked off. We'll see. Probably
Reaper
was
wave.
able to make it back.
But the Juno is probably going to keep him safe through this. Cancels the charge. Oh, gets a pick on to win.
Yeah, and well, this is called Flashpoint because the points go fast, and the blink of eye is 99 compared to normal control maps.
Kill onto the
And
Echo,
Messiah-
but unfortunately doesn't live.
What?
What a kill. They think it's winnable. Gonna commit Bob into this. Needs to get a kill onto the Juno quickly.
But the Brig is right there, finds 2 picks, and they're gonna be able to cap. Except for
Wonder if they're gonna swap
First
off
point.
of the Ash. Stay on the Ash. Okay.
okay.
Isn't sure if
looks
they
like
were
they're
using
gonna
Bob just because they needed to make a change. Looks like they're gonna keep with this comp for a little bit.
No switches. So, TU, maybe they didn't feel like they had the right team comp when they initially started, made a few swaps, and they're gonna keep with it. TU is definitely really gonna want to win this second round because it's hard coming back 2-0
As they-
in Flashpoint.
Gets trapped out of it, but still gets the hit onto the Malga. Probably
And
gonna convert into a
you
fight win
vote-
here. They're down their tank early on in the fight, which will make it very difficult for Messiah to make a comeback.
Indeed, Neb is pushing up. Jason was able to find a few picks. Nice, able to
Good
find the
knife onto
Brig,
the Brig.
and
Easy
TU was
for
able to
them.
win that. I don't know. I feel
Unfortunately,
like
had to commit both the male and the
free.
JQ ult for it.
I'm not sure if that was the best play because it was just the Malga in there. They were able to anti the Malga, but maybe they thought more were gonna come in.
Well, there
So-
were more in the room, but he got the Malga ult locked him out of being able to move farther.
Yeah. But all good. TU is gonna be able to find the pick onto the Brig
Video
early.
Gamer's going to be able to stun the Reaper out of his ult early on, which puts him in a horrible position and gets the kill.
And Jason was able to find 2 picks off the back after that. TU holding fast. It looks like the swaps that they made from the first round are paying off. Now is Messiah's trying to play counter watch as they swap onto the Cassidy.
Onto the Cassidy. Interesting. Do they think the Cassidy's going to be better into the Ashe, I guess? But the Ashe already has another Bob up.
I think
Able
it's
to
too.
farm.
Usually, I use Cassidy for more of a tank buster, so maybe. But they have the Reaper, so I'm not sure.
Gonna
Maybe
force
it's a
him back out
comfort
with the
pick.
Bob. Forces a copy from the JQ. Gonna get stunned. And Neb's gonna fall. They're at 99. They might be able to push him off just long enough. Looks like they're gonna be able to get the capture. Going into the next fight though, Messiah's gonna have no ults. And TU's gonna be coming up on the freeze. We'll probably see a little bit of poking from TU, especially from Wim, to try and build up the freeze and then commit onto the point.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the Cassidy pick, but Cassidy was able to find 2 M Bob, so impressive work.
Nice.
But I think this is TU's gonna have more ults coming back online. Like you said, the freeze is gonna be a good play. Neb is gonna try to get his JQ ult fast, which he's doing right now. It's already up to 80%. The
Great
Brig
wall
is
under the
out of
Brig.
place. The Cassidy is out of place. There's 2 down for Messiah and TU.
Juno's one.
Neb-
Oh, kill onto our JQ though. Got to be a little
But-
bit careful, but which might force him to commit the freeze before next point.
Jason was able to find another kill as well. Stuff is happening. Loftus find the pick. And TU
We're
wins.
gonna get to see the next point faster. They didn't end up having to commit any more ults into that fight, which is great work from Wim to have the trigger discipline on that.
Indeed.
We might see him post up for an early blizzard on this corner. Looks like they're gonna pull back to point.
I think they're gonna use the freeze because I'm counting that Messiah's gonna play fast as they have been this whole
Yeah.
series.
The-
So as soon as that
The Malgo runs in.
yeah, they're gonna cast that freeze. Also, I keep trying to. I don't know why. I used to call him Malga Maui.
I mean,
Freeze doesn't come out actually.
We used
lots,
4 ults
lots
into
of ultimates
there
back.
too.
Oh, the freeze came out now. Yes, the freeze come out.
All 5?
Messiah thinks they can win this, but Nev finds 3 people on the JQ ult.
That was a
Is
great
able-
JQ ult from Ned. I mean, if you're gonna invest 4, you at some point need to invest all 5. Unfortunately, into a fight like that.
Well, it wasn't like Messiah didn't invest anything. They invested most of their ults as well. Everything
Yeah.
besides the Genji ult, Genji and Cassidy ult. But Messiah thought they could win that fight, and Neb's like, no, we want this more, and cast the JQ ult, which was able to find 3 and get them the same fight. But look
So
out,
they
I think
can-
Lopez is going to try to wall off the Malga and just try to burst them down early.
Yeah, it's
Which
kind of
they are making
on
rotation.
TU to make a play right now. They don't have the ults. And
Wall goes out.
there it comes through. The nice, they trade 1 for 1.
Lopez is able to find the
See if they
counter
can get a
pick.
kill on to the Cassidy. Juno's half. If they're able to stabilize here, it's very good for their overall map potential.
And the break might fall next as Neb is targeting the break. Break
Nice.
falls next.
Kill onto
We
the
got the
Malga?
trade. And
They're gonna
Neb
win
is
this
popping
point.
off right now.
Nice. A great play by Nab. Finds pressure onto the right people at the right times.
And Jason was able to finish off. He swapped onto Jason with 3. What is
Nice.
that?
That is a great point by TU, especially because they didn't have to invest any ults to win that last fight. They're going to be coming up on all their ults going into the last point, potentially on the last map. A very good look.
Yeah, well, if TU wins this, they win the whole series. This is last round win for TU, last map win for TU. This is all what they've been playing for, what they've been practicing for. The hard sweat and tears from the scrims all night long, the mauling. This is for them right here to be able to win it all in the NACE Grandfinals.
Absolutely.
your-
And we're probably going to see some movement from our own Cassidy trying to find an angle to force something with his Deadeye. Here it is. Gets
Yeah,
the
that comes
space,
out.
sees if he can push anybody out.
Was
Doesn't end up
almost
getting
able-
any kills, but forces the room for the rest of his team. Gets a kill
Oh,
onto the
Jason
Genji
was
out of the
able to
Dragon Blade.
find- No blade for Messiah as Jason was able to shut that down. Break falls next. Dizzy was able to find one on the Messiah's side.
We're gonna
Malga ult comes out. Is he gonna be able to find anything? Not enough.
Oh, but the Cassidy ult in the Malga ult.
Oh
It's just our Juno.
no!
They had,
Oh
but
no!
Messiah had to invest Malga ult, Genji ult, Juno ult, Brig ult,
That's all
and
5 ults.
Cassidy ult. They used all 5. That means we
All
are coming back
5
with
ults.
2, almost 3 ults. We're gonna have our ults online much faster. If we can cycle them properly, it's a good look for this map still.
Yeah, Messiah.
Forcing 5 for a loss isn't bad.
Yeah, Messiah University. They got kind of lucky though, because if that Malga ult was not still active, it does not
Yeah,
pick up the rest of the
Absolutely.
members.
And this is gonna probably
freeze
be a
come
dead
out.
Malga. There it is.
Lopez is
Trade
gonna go
2
down
for 1.
early, but he's gonna be able to come out with the freeze that is gonna most likely win to you this round. Great play from Lopez.
Nice.
And that is gonna be a fight win for TU. That's gonna leave Messiah University at 70%. TU is gonna be able to have an ult still in line Messiah University, kind of since they use all 5 of the ults, they have none. And
It's still
this,
probably a full fight away from most of their ult.
yeah, and right now this will be one of the most important fights. As
Just using
TU
it for
can win the
space,
whole
using it
thing
to push
after
out.
this.
Denies the kill onto the Genji for a while. Oh,
But-
but it gets them
oh,
enough
Jason
space
was
that they're
able
able to
to
pull out and get their JQ
Find the
in there.
play. And right now, Messiah either needs to reset or find picks fast as the point is
They're able to
picking
find
up.
2 picks though.
And TU backs off. Uh-oh. Messiah is able to find 3 picks. Neb's gonna be called out. Maybe he's able to come back and get resources. He will not be able to. And Messiah University is able to take back the point. Great work from Grim Reaper, was able to find 2 really good picks to bring Messiah back into this.
And a lot of this fight's going to be dictated on how these ults are used. We're probably going to see the Messiah's Cassidy using his ult early for spacing. It's
Yeah,
gonna come down to how Neb uses his JQ's rush.
yeah, and I thought TU would have the advantage there, but Messiah was able to come
Catches
back.
the Genji
TU
importantly.
was able to
But
find
gets trade
anti
off
them just one.
Neb.
Loftus is able to find Reaper, but it's not going to be enough. Loftus finds two. Maybe he can come back, but it's not
Ooh,
going to be able
good
to,
deflect.
as scattered, is going to be able to clutch up for Messiah University and extend this series.
Again, we see
Um,
Messiah University having to use 4 or 3 ults there, though. So they'll have both support ults for this next fight.
uh, well, this is the last point of Flashpoint. Last round. TU gets another shot of making it, of winning grand finals right here, right now, and preventing Messiah from extending this to another map. But Messiah is already on point.
See if we can get a freeze. Gets knocked down out of the freeze, I believe, from the Malgo or from the Malga charge.
The freeze got knocked out? Oh, wow. I didn't even hear that on my side. But multiple ults coming on from TU side. They're looking for the Malga, but the Malga's too tanky. Is able to
They
take out the
decide to
break.
engage onto this Cassidy. Aren't able to pick up the kill though. Looking at the Brig, still no kill, and this is looking bad for
This
this
is
fight.
looking dire for TU. What I'm seeing right now, T, is they're going in and they're kind of shooting the Malga. I don't think that's the best play. I know he's a big tanky dude, but we gotta be able to kill the squishies first, or he's just gonna stay alive a lot
Yeah, we
longer.
need to be able to focus, and I'm seeing a lot of the attention get split occasionally. Like, I was going after the Cassidy and then had to switch onto the Brig, which is fine. Ooh, good wall by Win. Nice. They're gonna be able to extend this with their Cassidy ult. Probably get the kill into the Genji. Yeah, that'll be this fight win.
And
have
TU
to-
only
Great
only
wall by
needed-
Win, which in great wall by Win, which makes us only need to use the one Cassidy ult to take back this point.
Well, as we said, some bad team synergy happened last prior fight. Really good team synergy happens this fight as
Absolutely.
Neb was able to find the knife onto the Cassidy. Wim or Loftus was able to find the wall to prevent any help onto the Cassidy, and TU was able to finish it. Let's see if we can find another play that happens like that again, as we're getting to almost last fight territory for Messiah from taking this map. Right now, lots of poke happening.
Neb's gonna get trapped. Wim's able to get the freeze off. They get the kill on the Juno, looking for a kill on the Malga. They get,
And Wim's freeze is gonna-
There we go. The kills start racking in.
Wim's freeze is gonna come up big, and guess what? TU has 3 ults online to 3. It's gonna be 3 ults to 3 ults on this final fight.
We're in a very similar position we were on the last point. Unfortunately, Neb or JQ ult can get stunned out by Brig ult, but Neb's gonna have to be very careful on how he uses his JQ ult here. He sees the JQ ult, he's waiting for the bash to come out before he uses his ult. Trying to force something. There it is. Gets it onto the Malga and onto the Brig, and that's probably gonna be this map and this game.
And the blade comes out, and Messiah was not able to touch, and that's gonna be the grand finals win for TU University, winning 3-0 sweep fashion. And that's gonna end the NACE Championship Series, and TU goes completely undefeated. How impressive as a series, and as a season that TU had into the NACE competition. The first year participating in this goes undefeated, and in the playoff goes all the way and claims the championship.
A very decisive victory too, a 3-0 where they looked good on every map. Some of the maps went long, but every time those maps went long, we saw TU really being able to kind of stick to their plans and their ult usage when it mattered. We saw a little bit of rocky footing on the 4th point, but on the 5th one, every ult they used really mattered.
Indeed. I have to tell you, T, who was your player of the match?
Ooh, it's hard to say. Neb, it's very difficult to say. Everyone was doing a lot of very good things when it mattered. Some of Neb's ults on points when they looked almost lost made them won. Wim's walls were consistently getting them fight wins that like helped their resource economy, but all of that propped up by, Jason putting pressure on the off angles with his Cassidy, and the supports keeping them healthy enough to make all of that happen.
Indeed. And I have to agree with you. Jason is a very strong candidate. He was able to pop off, but I have to give this to Neb for the clutch factor and consistency. If we go look back onto that third last round, TU was down 0% to 60, 70. And Neb was able to find the hook onto the Cassidy, which brought them back into this. Neb was able to find some key moments with the JQO, finding 3 members, which won the team fight. And also, it wasn't just Neb though alone. Wim's ice ult from the May side came in clutch. Uh, Especially that last fight. 2 ults were used on the Messiah side. It was going to be the Cassie ult and the Maga ult. Cassie can kind of kill all 5 people with his ult as he was just out in the middle, but the freeze froze him up, wasn't able to get any value. Maga wasn't able to get any value because of Win. And this was just a whole team fight win and a whole team series. But I have to give the edge to Neb due to his clutch plays and factors for this one. And this was an amazing series. As we saw, there was a lot of practice going on the TU side, lots of planning. Fallen and Neb promised me there would be no mental. And when it got rough, it got pretty rough with TU on that last point. They were able to bounce back to the 2, being down 60-0 on the last point and win the map and claim their championship glory of winning NACE, the NACE Grandfinals Championship Series. I wonder, are we going to be able to talk to some of the players?
It sounds like you are. Nebula. How's it going?
Oh, they're going to be with you.
Dino.
Yeah, looks like we've got.
Yeah,
pretty
what's
much
up?
everyone.
We did it.
You did it, Neb.
NACE
You did it.
Grand Final champions.
Indeed. In impressive fashion, we got the brooms out. I got my broom out right now. You can't see me, but I got my broom out as this was a sweep.
3-0 sweep, baby. Feels good. I finally win.
Good. And Neb, T and I, even though this was much of a team win, we have to give the edge to you as our player of the match today, due to your clutch plays with the JQO. When working with the JQO, do you have a lot of practice on determining when you want?
When they all use cooldowns. And usually a couple of my teammates die and I don't feel like losing the fight. So I pop Q, hit 3 or 4, call it a day.
And as a team, how are you guys feeling right now? Finally, everything you guys been practicing for, your vision, you guys were not able to get to the OWCS playoffs. When that happened, were you guys kind of like feeling a little like ramped up to try to win the NACE series instead?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. It was, of course, it was a little demoralizing. This is the same record, the best record of WCC that we've had since like Pummy, and matching that record, but still not making playoffs. You know, it was demoralizing, but also it's an accomplishment in itself. 7-3, and then going technically 9-0 in NACE now. It's like we've done it. Joey, what do you think? This is your Joey.
Yeah. Let me hear some other members. What are you guys' feelings going on after the challenges you guys had this season? Just take me back through the mindset of like a few key points. You can kind of talk to us how you're feeling and how you're feeling right now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty happy that we won. I made a couple of mistakes and my teammates made up for it. Especially this guy over here who's too afraid to talk, but no. But yeah, we're pretty happy with it. You know, like you said, we were a little disappointed with our OWCS or OWCC, yeah, placing, and we improved from that. And I think if we were there now, I think we would have definitely made it.
Yeah, and you guys didn't make it due to, in my opinion, controversial structure, as some of the 7-3 teams made it on, but due to it's decided on the teams that you guys play moves on.
Mhm.
So, but I'm very happy you guys didn't really get mental from that, and it seems like discussing with Fallen that you guys started to really play a lot better. Is Fallen with you guys today?
He's not in
Or
person
you
with
just
us,
don't-
like a loser.
Yeah.
Tell him to get in the
Discord?
Discord. Yeah.
Spam him, Dono.
Also,
Oh, low key, while we're waiting, low key, I want to call out OU. We actually will roll these guys. If we play them right now, right here, right now, we play OU, they get lose. Frame 1. Wrong
Wow,
launch.
that is.
We should have made it instead of them into OWCC.
That
I'll
is.
say it.
Were they 7-3?
They were also 7-3.
Yeah, they got hard rolled.
That is a very bold claim, as OU's very tough matchup. But I no doubt believe you guys would be able to put up a tough fight with how you guys played recently. If I can get another player to talk about, if they can kind of talk about last map, how is 2-2 and you guys were down 0 to 60%, and how you guys were able to claw your guys' way back and finally claim this win, because you guys don't want to give other teams momentum if they win one map against you
Come
guys.
on, who's this player? Who is this player on screen right now?
This is Jason Overwatch. I'm a freshman on the team now. Yeah, I wasn't too worried about it because we're already up 2-0. I mean, getting reverse sweep is pretty scary. It's happened before, and it's kind of the most like demoralizing thing ever, especially if you're up like if it's 2 maps. If both teams have 2 maps, like you basically always lose that last one. It's just so demoralizing. So that was kind of scary, but I was confident. The first 2 maps were pretty easy. Our last NACE match, I did quite a bit in that one. I didn't feel like I did as much in this one, but I feel like my team kind of stepped up. So yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean, I just kind of did what the team told me to do. We had some good high noons, we had some good JQ ults, but I wasn't too worried. I knew that if we just kept doing our thing, we would eventually win.
Well, from you specifically, I was very impressed with the Widow Switch last point KR.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was that kind of a you decision or more of a team decision? Because that
Well-
takes a lot of confidence on your Widow to be able to walk out
Yeah.
form. Because there's no contest point with Widow.
The guy
It's-
next to you would know.
Yeah. So I like a lot of those widow swaps like last second. They don't expect it. Now with the new hero swap thing, they can't even see what hero you're on for like 15 seconds or so.
crazy.
So I really like doing those last swaps. Like we have no alts. Kind of just see if I can get a pick or not. Like a lot of times it's in situations where like the fight is basically lost. So if you just go widow and you can maybe turn it around with one, that's really good. Spyro told me to go widow, but it was already in my mind. Like I already knew that's where I was going. So I was able to get a pick, and we eventually won.
Yeah, and to me, I said there was almost like a recreation of Fleta's pick to Widow on that King's Row, except for you on the opposite side, and you're able to get a pick immediately onto the Lucio. Wasn't exactly all headshots, but you did get 3 kills, and then help assisted the 4th one, which brought the team back in and claimed that map victory. Fallen, you there? Can you talk? What are your thoughts? How are you feeling, Coach Fallen?
Who's this?
Oh my god, my team is good. Thank you, team. No, we cleaned up. That was nice. Felt really good to go in, and especially we're undefeated for this entire season. I don't know what they said already, but
Mm-hmm.
that's freaking awesome. So
That's awesome. I think that's ecstatic, honestly.
ecstatic. Oh man,
This
Bring
is
it
the
up.
first. This isn't the first time where TU has gone undefeated in the regular season, and then we get to the playoffs, we get to the grand finals. That's what we have our first loss. But today, none of that happened today.
not today.
Did you,
We broke that curse last semester when we won the waypoint ladder or the waypoint events. Only first from now on, you know.
indeed. What did you tell your team anything before the match start today?
Well, we actually got up and we we played a lot of games for warm up for today. I think the team was really prepared and looking to win today.
Classic.
So, what is it?
How do you feel
Sorry,
about the
I-
like overall, fight planning ult usage from the team?
So sometimes during scrims and stuff like that, you're not always as locked in. When this team comes into like game days and stuff, it's almost like a common joke. I wasn't there for our scrim yesterday, but we had our fill or on Sunday, we had our assistant coach who's our sub. He went in there and he said it the entire time he's went in there. He's like, "Yo, make sure you guys are planning. Make sure you guys are ult tracking. Make sure you guys are doing all this stuff." Which is pretty much what I say between every
So
single. round.
actually,
Being
I'm
down
gonna
with
butt
that.
in here. Caleb didn't say a word.
What?
Caleb
Hold
didn't
up,
say a
hold up,
word,
hold up.
and low key, we fight tracked every fight. Like it was actually
Okay.
a great scrim.
Uh-huh.
It was.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Could've been part
So
of it
no,
too,
I actually
right?
sent the codes to Fallen. Every map except for one was a victory.
Was indeed.
So,
Good scrim before we went in to win.
I-
It was predictive,
I do have something to say to Neb. If you recall, I think this was Kings Row Attack, second
Okay.
point. So you see that Messiah University is running this Malga, and they keep doing this Malga rush from high ground onto your team. They did it 2 times to you guys, and you guys were kind of caught off guard. But when they did it the third time, you were right there to get the rock and cancel the Malga ult, and was able to finally capture that second point because of that. Did you have any thoughts of, oh, they're gonna do this again? Or were you prepared for it to happen the third time? for you
yeah,
guys?
I mean, throughout the entire game, all three maps, it was so predictable. He would always just hard int, and then I knew his team would fall behind. So if I'm not gonna hit him, I'm gonna hit someone behind him, right?
Mhm.
And it's also just a good time for Wyndham to place Cage. He might as well check the rock at that moment.
Yep.
I don't know if you noticed, he did it every single time with his Cage.
Yep.
Yeah, so like you said, you can't when you're playing at a higher level, you can't be predictable. Well, if you're gonna be predictable, you gotta be unpredictable in a predictable way. If that makes any
Right.
sense.
The classic no mix up, you know?
Reverse psychology.
We'll never expect us from the high ground a 5th time.
No, never.
No.
No.
Some of it is set plays and you have to make space, but
Mhm.
Malga meta is just really new. There's a reason we weren't playing as, we're ending today and playing on something we were a lot more comfortable on rather than switching over to this quote unquote meta at the moment ends up with how the enemy team.
I also don't believe it's meta. I think
That's
it's
the way
just
they
something
played
that people are comfortable with because Malga got buffed. He kept getting buffed over and over, and it's a comp that's already been ran in the past, except for swapping with the Juno in the back line.
It is a strong comp, don't get me wrong though.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you guys already plan that they were gonna use the Mega on you guys and kind of get the kind of move for it for you guys?
I can take that. So it was somewhat expected. Both of our comps that we play both have options and play well into Malga, and we've played against Malga in scrims before. So unless this comp got really refined, I wasn't really worried about it beating our comps. I think it is easier for us to adapt into them than them try to take a new comp they haven't played to try to adapt to us. So
And you guys are speaking like a true champion team, always planning ahead, being ready, making reactionary plays that is to be expected if someone's doing the same thing over and over again. And you got star players like Jason, Neb, well, everybody's pretty much a star player on your team, as this has been one of the best teams that TU Overwatch has feuded in a while. Actually, probably one of the best teams, at least for Overwatch 2. This is the best team.
I think it's at least results wise, it would be the best that this team has performed. So
That is true. Yeah, because you know why? We got reverse sweep every time.
Hey,
hey, not last semester. We broke that last semester. We're
You
good
guys
now.
did.
I'm logged
You're
in.
good.
New
You
team,
guys
new
are.
me.
You guys are indeed locked in. And one question, Jason and Fallen, how was it in Caleb as well? You integrate 2 new players onto this roster that has kind of played with each other for 4 years already. How was it easy to integrate these guys? Very coachable, and also in their first semester, win the championship with this team already.
Which two are you referring to?
Jason and Caleb.
Jason and Caleb. I got you. So Garrett came in. He's played in previous teams. Actually, knows a couple of the guys. So he's fitting great. He's doing well. Caleb's actually a new player. He hasn't played Overwatch. So this semester he was coming in, kind of feeling how he was like feeling about the game itself and how he wanted to play it and really learn how the game is working. He's been like freaking awesome and has really blossomed in this game. So look forward to seeing more of him next semester.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's been pretty easy to integrate in. I like Fallen said, I've played with a lot of the people before. I've had past team experience, so it really hasn't been too much different at all. I've enjoyed it so far.
That's awesome. Was that Jason who talked?
Yeah. Jason.
Caleb. your
Caleb's not
thoughts?
here.
Unless
Dang.
Caleb's on the mic, but he's left in varsity.
He is left in varsity at the moment.
I don't know why. I told him to come with us, but
Okay, well, I'm gonna say he's probably gonna say some positive things about being integrated onto this team very well as well. And hopefully this will continue into next year. Next season, we don't have anybody graduating, right? You guys are gonna
not this
pretty
semester.
much be
Not next semester, yeah.
well. Hopefully, most important thing, because you guys are champions, we need to get you guys jerseys.
Real.
Chat,
That
can
would
we
be
get you
cool.
jerseys in the chat, please? Like, I wish I could flash my amazing 2U jersey for you guys, so you guys
That's
can
flexing.
behold.
Or you should have
But-
hung on the wall, you know? It's one of a kind.
It is indeed.
Oh wait, I do have a jersey.
It's
It's the
sacred
Dino
in
one
2U.
too.
Wait, hold on.
I got your style of jersey on right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Wait, what's sick? What happened?
The jersey design.
Oh.
Last shout out. I want to shout out the people who are watching the streams. I've been streaming our own games like on my computer while playing, and then also the production has been streaming our games as well. The support's been amazing. It's better than any other year. I hope we can continue to please everyone online, and hopefully continue to grow the organization.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to sign it off. Thank you guys.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out, Mom indeed.
Shout out,
Thank you
Mom.
guys for tuning in to the TU Grand Finals. This team has been amazing all year, competing at the highest level. And today they deserve their championship trophy. And we're gonna let them rejoice. Maybe go up for Brahms. Maybe.
We'll see. We got Zach's beforehand.
Classic. Oh, they got Zach's already. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're gonna go celebrate this win. And this has been a pleasure casting for you guys these last 2 games. It's been a pleasure watching you guys as well. And hope you guys have a good rest of your week.
Thank you, Dano.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dano.
No
Bye,
problem.
Chad.
Bye, Chad.